Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone. And great to see you. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All those things. Let's go with 2025, right? Let's make some money. Right. I'm going to mute you all and then I'm going to kick off. I think we have quite a few people on, so let's go.
I
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? We're here to talk about AI and how AI can really save you time, save you money, and allow you to do just so much more, so much more. The webinar is going to be about 90 minutes. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give you a couple of demonstrations of things. I want some of you to interact with me. I want you to come up, give me some questions. I'll try and respond to them as well as I can. What problems are you facing with AI? What challenges would you like to see fixed? And how can this amazing new tool really change your life? So, I've asked everybody else, I want you to pop onto the chat. Out of 10, how well do you think you use ChatGPT? We're going to go dig into ChatGPT and a couple of other tools. And I want to leave you really with some useful insights on how you can use these tools better. Because I think it's so important to dig into these from a point of view of knowledge, but also from a point of view of what can AI do to help me, right? Yeah, there you go. Good. Yeah, where is everyone? Yeah, people all over the world. Yeah, all over the world. Great to see you guys. Great to see you guys. And Helena, let's get you up to longer than a one, right? Higher than a one. Okay, so why most AI solutions are letting business owners down. Okay, that's there's so much out there. There really is so much out there, and if we dig into problem, I think most of us are so busy. Right? We're business owners. We have so many things to do. We have so many areas to cover that even carving out a little bit of our time to go and learn something else is a challenge. No, can you guys agree with that? Yeah. Now, what you can do with AI, and how you can shift your mindset is if I can get AI wrong, really what you can do is you can save that time, and end up doing so much less. I think in the last 6 months, I've probably done over 5 years worth of work with AI. Just let that sink in a little bit. I run 3 IT companies, for those of you that know me. So I come from a background of AI, of IT, so arguably a bit easier for me. And I travel the world a lot. I'm also obviously a half method instructor. And I work with Sarah and I work with Simon, who are both on these calls, and Laura's on this call as well. She's one of my clients. And we really, with this AI driving forward, we're all discovering new things as we go. So I'll introduce to you today my 3-step framework of how to actually get into AI and then stay in AI and continue learning. That's one of the things that I've worked out, Chat, without actually realizing it. AI changes so much every week, and without staying on top of it, it's almost impossible. You can carry on doing those small things you're doing, but it's almost impossible. So how can this actually help you get yourself so much more involved in your business? It's not about just you learning AI, it's about getting your business up and running properly. So what I want to do is I really want to dig into, let's start with ChatGPT. And let's have a look at how many people. Yeah, 2 to 3, Matt, Simon, 7, Mackie, great, good stuff. Laura, 7, maybe 6. Yeah, I think Laura, 7 is pretty good. Laura's one of my original clients with AI, and I think she sometimes surpasses me in how she's doing it. And maybe we'll get her on to have a little bit of demonstration at some point. Let's look at ChatGPT and let's think about this. I want you to think about ChatGPT as having 1,000 experts at your fingertips, right? Now, what could you do with your work? And feel free to pop it in here. What could you do if you had access to every single expert in the world, right? Yeah, and you're thinking about Ogilvy, the marketing man. You're thinking about Bill Gates. You're thinking about anybody that you can possibly imagine at your fingertips. And this is what you have with ChatGPT, with Gemini, with Claude, With most of these large language modules, you have access to every single thing that's on the internet. Now, what we don't know as people is we don't know how to prompt. Yeah, and we've all heard, how many of you have heard, yeah, get my prompt list, get my prompt list. I hate that. I honestly hate that. And I hate that because, there's this old saying, and you've all heard it, if you feed a man a fish, he eats for a day. Yeah, and if you teach him how to fish, he can eat his whole life, right? And the same is true with the AI and prompting of AI. Yeah, I don't want you to just think about, okay, where can I get a list of prompts? Because as soon as it doesn't fit into your problem, it goes away. And you just, okay, so now I don't know what to do. Let's dig in to ChatGPT. Now, I have my phone balancing on a bunch of books here. How many of you have installed ChatGPT on your phones? And how many of you have paid versions? So if you can just pop in the chat, paid or free, and if you haven't installed it, just let me know. If you haven't installed it, then really what you can do is you can just go onto your App Store, find ChatGPT, and install the free version. You don't need to pay for this. The free version is really good. I am now going onto my ChatGPT, and we're going to talk about something that's quite close to my heart, and this is marketing. And marketing for the Wim Hof Method guys, and a lot of you on the call, a couple of others, but a lot of you on the call. Marketing, really struck me when I came out of my instructor's course and I started going into the world. It was so difficult to get people to actually come to my workshops and engage with things. And I spent a lot of time and a lot of money over the last 2.5 years just working on how to market more effectively and efficiently. And one of the things that I've learned is I need to work out who my ideal customer profile is. Does that sound familiar to you guys? Your avatar, your ideal profile, who this is? Because as we go out, if we try and market to everybody, if we try and say, okay, everybody, this method is for you. It's amazing. It's just the best thing since sliced bread. What we end up doing is talking to nobody. Okay. So I challenge you, and I've done this work with a couple of people. I challenge you to try and find your avatar. Try and find somebody like yourself that you're talking to from 5 years ago. Okay. So before you found the method, what problems did you have? What was it that you were looking at? How were you trying to get to that? Now, what I'm going to do, I love ChatGPT because it allows me to talk to it. It talks back to me, and we come back to that, and it synchronizes with the PC. So I'm going to show you how that all works. If any of you have used this, but what happens is on the screen, and I don't know if you can see, you won't be able to see it properly, but on the screen, you have a couple of different icons on your phone. You have a microphone icon, and next to that, you have a round icon with a squiggly line in it. And what I'm doing now is I'm talking to the microphone icon, and I want to set the idea of what I want ChatGPT to be. Okay. Now, this is so important. You need to set the context. If you were sitting in front of this room of 1,000 experts and you say, I have a dog and I need to feed the dog some food. What should I feed it? You're going to get 1,000 random, not very good answers. But if you're going to say, I want to speak to an expert that deals with Dobermans, and I want that expert to tell me, exactly what it is to feed my dog, you're going to get a much more specific answer. Okay. And this is so true of everything in ChatGPT. First of all, you have to set the scene. Now, it may be that you don't know what that scene is. And Laura, who's on the call here, often says your AI is working, if you're working harder than your AI, so if you're working harder than your AI, you're not doing it right. So I'm going to ask AI to help me, help it, right? So, hello, Chad. I want you to help me set up my ideal customer profile. I'm a Wim Hof Method instructor, and I've been working with business owners, over the last couple of years. I'm really enjoying working with business owners, but I don't really know, what my ideal customer profile is. So I want you to act as an expert looking at marketing, an expert with ideal customer profiles, and help me come up with what my ideal profile is. Can you do that? Now, one of the things to know about AI is you shouldn't work with kids, you shouldn't work with animals. Sometimes you shouldn't work with AI on these type of calls. So if it does go wrong, we'll come back and do it again. Once I've spoken in to ChatGPT, what I'm able to do, because ChatGPT is so good at this capturing text and capturing text to talk, it literally goes through and I talk fast. I have this rather strange accent. I've used all sorts of Dragon dictates and other things in the past and never really been able to get text to talk to work. but this works for me. It really does work. What I'm trying to do within ChatGPT is I'm trying to make sure that as we go through and we talk, ChatGPT is trying to ask me questions about what I need to do. Okay. So I'm going to just minimize this screen quickly and I'm going to go on to my ChatGPT window. Let me open this up a bit. Can you guys all see that? Now, I've literally just gone and I put the thing on my phone. Once it's finished loading on the phone, I can refresh on my PC and it'll tell me what the new, what it suggests. So as you have a look over here, you can basically see this is what I spoke into it. Hi, Chad, want to set me up? So now it's going through and it's saying, okay, let's dial into your ICP, dive into ICP. So to create an ICP, you need to understand more of the objectives, what transformation you provide, what makes your approach unique, what will the outcome be for your clients. Yeah, and then we can go through and analyze who you've worked with, what do you enjoy working with, and so on and so forth. And then you go down to the demographics and the psychographics. Now, how many of you, can I just have a show of hands? Can I have a little hand emoji button there? How many of you are actually using ICP to get to your clients? You guys thought about this? Very importantly, what we're doing with this is we're actually trying to make sure we're talking to the right client. Okay, we're talking to who we need to talk to. And as I go through and I do this now, I have a bunch of questions. Demographics, what age range are they talking to? What stage are they in the business? I'm just going to answer a couple of these. So look at these questions. Okay, so now what I want you to do, please, I'm not going to answer all of these questions. Yeah, I'm going to answer a few of them. Yeah, what transformation do I provide? I think my main transformation is actually giving people, the ability to not be stressed. Business owners are really stressed with what they're doing, so stress reduction is important. The approach I use the Wim Hof method, for the breath work, a lot, but I also use business coaching programs. And the outcome that I'd like from my clients, and my clients, as they're business owners, they're people that are so important to the economy and to the world as a whole. I want them to love the life they live. I want them to fall back in love with their businesses again. I want them to be able to understand, what it is, why they're doing this thing that they're doing, what it is that feeds them, so that they can carry on and help more people. I also, I tend to be working with people between the age of 40 and maybe 65, sometimes 30, 35 and 65. I've ended up working with a lot of ladies in the past, and I'm starting to work with more men now. And the challenges that bring them to me generally is stress. The stress is the biggest problem. So now we've answered a couple of these things. Now, from there, if you can just give me my ICP, and we can go from there. So you can see just talking in, going through, reading the questions on one side, and then coming back and answering them on the other side. This really helps me actually get things moving along. So once this has come through from here, I'll then go through, and I'm just going to very quickly demonstrate how we then take this ICP and then move it to something useful, social media posts. Yeah. So one of the things that happens with the AI is as you're using it more, it really becomes much more used to how you want things phrased and how you want things to work. Let me just check the chat. Okay, we're going to refresh this, and here we go. Here is my ICP. Now I've gone through this. I'm just going to check basically what it is. For 45 to 65, men and women. The psychographic, what do they believe in, what are their beliefs, how they're motivated, and so on and so forth. Now the fun part comes in, right? I'll be running a retreat now in a couple of weeks' time where I have a whole bunch of business owners coming to this retreat. I want you to create me 5 different posts. I want to post for an idea for TikTok. I want some words for X, for Twitter, and then I want Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. But I want you to specifically create these posts with emojis, or with emotion, with scarcity. There's only 10 slots available for this event, and I want you to talk to my ICP. So create me one of each of these posts, and let's go from there. Now, because you've already set in your ICP into this list, your ideal customer profile, you can then go through and have a different answer. How many of you have put stuff into ChatGPT and literally just got, boom, okay, basically rubbish out? So let's see what it comes up with. Once again, letting it run through. If you do, I'm going to do this now. If you do happen to do this beforehand, you'll just get an error that was generated. So just wait for it to finish on the phone. And here we go. Now, by telling it you wanted to give you the 5 different posts, what I would normally do, I'm speeding through this a little bit. What I'd normally do, though, is I'd then transition it and say, I want you now to work as a social media expert. I don't want to work as a social media expert that works with businesses. So it's so important to keep coming back to this point of who you want it to act as, because then you're getting access to that expert, right? So here we go. We have these different posts. So TikTok will give you the video idea, and it'll run through what you should say. It'll give you the script that you want to do, and then a DM, Twitter, again from Twitter, a Facebook post, Instagram post, and a LinkedIn post. And because it knows these different social media platforms have different requirements and different elements on there, you can also add in, I want you to use hashtags, I want you to be shorter, be longer. And it really just gives you any of the elements that you can have in there. So has anybody been using it for social media in that way? Just pop it in the chat and let's maybe have a quick conversation with somebody about how that has helped them. Who's nobody coming on? Come on, guys. Let's have a chat. I want to open this up to people. Sarah, let's jump on. Let's jump on quickly. Unmute yourself and I guess let's roll. Unmute yourself and let's have a quick chat about that.
What do you want to know?
I've been watching your posts and I've been watching things. I'm helping Sarah build up her business, which is Sarah Rose Holistic. How is AI helping you on your social media stuff?
It's making a massive difference, not just to the people that are seeing my posts and how many people are seeing my posts, but more importantly, probably how much time is saving me.
Right. Yeah.
Is probably the biggest thing for me.
That's for me. For me, that was also a big thing. I just really don't have any ability to spend as much time as I should be spending. So yeah, thanks. And yeah, go and have a look at Sarah's profile. She's obviously all over social media. So go and have a look and you can see what she's been doing. So let's have a quick chat now about the community that I'm setting up. What I have set up. So basically what we're doing with this community is the AI Smart Business Edge. We're designed for business owners, not techie people, not large corporations. It's business, small business owners and helping small business owners with real business problems. We provide practical workflows, tailored strategies, and step-by-step integrations. And the power of the community is so useful. I ran a business mastermind for the last 18 months, and there's a couple of the people on that mastermind here. David and Laura and Sarah were all one. And the thing that really astounded me was how useful it is to have other people that are doing the thing that you're doing. As business owners, we actually live a very lonely life because we get all excited about something and our families, bless them, they're just not as excited. Our friends, talk to them a few times about it, and then soon they're saying, listen, guys, I've had enough. I've had enough of all this kind of chatting about my business. So coming into this business community, for me, it was just an eye-opener. It really was. It allowed us to share the common problems we had, the things we were doing, and how that all works. So I'll be talking to you a little bit more about the smart AI business, AI Smart Business Edge. Should be able to say it, a little bit later on. Now, social media. Obviously, I think that's probably a big challenge for most of us. Give us a 1 to 10 on the chat about how well you think you're doing your social media at the moment. Let's have a look. Hey, David. Cool. Maybe I'll come back to you, David, and have a chat in a little while. Oh, the 0.5. Good man. In fact, there's so many tools and there's so many ways that we can use AI for social media, and that's part of the problem. It's literally just total overwhelm. Yeah, and if you're suffering from that, then don't feel alone. You really aren't. Yeah, there are so many tools, and that's part of what the community is about. Is I go out and I find what's used, I test it, I use it, I make sure it works, and then I bring it to the community. So now let's talk about another couple of tools, another couple of useful tools that we've got in the social media space. One that I really love is called Opus Pro, and Opus Pro is it's all about taking your own videos and videos you find on YouTube and videos you find in other places, and repurposing it in a way that allows you to share it on social. Yeah, let's go to Opus. Let me open this up a little bit. You guys will see that. Okay, Opus Pro is all about, as I said, it's a place where you can just drop things. So you can drop a YouTube link in here. You can upload your own videos in here, which is useful, and you can connect Google Drive and things. So one of the things I did a while ago, let me go and find that again quickly, is I remember when Wim did that concert where he played to 70,000 people, and he had them all doing the breathing. So I took that video and I dumped it in here. I added my own logo, which has changed, and this is the result.
Breathe with. Follow my voice and let go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Go with the flow of the breath.
If you haven't seen that video, go and look for it. I think it's so awesome. It's so awesome. So I can now take a clip and I can pop it in there and I can make my own content, which is useful. How many of you have got videos from all of your different events? Yeah, and this is something that I have so many videos and I have so many clips content and I just don't know how to repurpose them. And the joy of using the system is that I can actually create a template, and I have a brand template, and my brand template allows me to put captions in, it allows me to put captions, emojis, and it allows me to have my logo on there. And now every time I dump something in here, if I upload and I put anything in here, straight away it puts that template around everything. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen the interview that me and Sarah did a little while ago. We did this on Zoom, and it was a podcast. We went out into my podcast, and now I have an hour's worth of content. Right, and that hour's worth of content, I literally just dumped the link in here, popped this in here, and this created me 32 clips. Yeah, just think about that. How long will it take you to create 32 clips worth of content on what you're doing? Well, what this does is it's great because it actually says this is how much it'll be out of 100. It gives me the transcript. It gives me a bunch of options as well within here. And I said to you beforehand that there's so many different AI tools. And one of the things that I really find is that the AI tools individually are a lot less useful than together. So often it's, okay, I need to think about ChatGPT for one element of it, and then SocialBee, and then there's a range of different tools that work together to really give me what I need out of it. This literally takes a video, pops it up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what I'll put you directly in that category. You can't grow your business. You can't do what you need to do if you're not mentally strong and if you're not physically stronger. So it's really important to have that self-reflection time to actually say, okay, hang on a second, what do I do for me first? Society seems to have conditioned us to think that's selfish. And it's so opposite to that. It really is so opposite to that. Yeah.
And I think that's probably one of the hardest parts of this whole journey. We're sitting down and saying to myself, if I carry on the way that I'm going, looking after everybody else, and using everything that I have for everybody else and not doing anything else for myself, I'm not going to be here.
AI has taken that whole video, found this clip, clipped it out, put the images top and bottom, and created this in minutes. The whole thing took about 7 minutes to get 32 different clips. So super, super useful. I can then download it to HD. I can also edit the clip, right? I can put B-rolls on. I can actually enhance the speech. There's a whole bunch of stuff to learn. Again, we'll dig into this, each of these tools, to what they're useful for. But this one element has saved me so much time. I go in, I record one piece of content for an hour. I take that content, I pop it in here, and then I jump into SocialBee. SocialBee is just, I don't know if any of you have used Hootsuite or HubSpot, things like that. SocialBee is just one of these. And I like it primarily because it has an element of AI in it. But now what I'm doing is I'm taking all the content that I've created. I have these different content folders, and these content folders, AI for business, for example, reviews, healthy body, healthy business, they're all paused at the moment because I'm just redoing. But you can see how many posts are in here. What I can do is, if I'm in one of these windows, I can add a post to this category. I'm just going to select one at the moment to show you what to do here. I'm now going to add a video. So let's just go with one of those. Oh, what a face, right? What a face. And from here, I can just click on this little AI button and I can generate captions. Okay. What I do is, if I have created the clip in here that I basically pick up the transcript here. Let's just see if I can find that. There's 32 clips here. I'm not going to waste everyone's time with that. But let's just say I want to create a post to reflect the challenges of living with the autoimmune disease. EDS, is that right? I want to have this as 65 words. I want to use hashtags. I want to use emojis, and it's generated. And now from here, I can literally click on any of these, and you'll see it's giving me hashtags, it's giving me emojis. Does that look right to you, Sarah? Yeah. I'll click on one of these, use the selected results, and now I have a post here. I normally make it a little bit neater. I can come onto here and put a different thumbnail onto it. And then I can literally go through and select all the other social media platforms. If there's a problem on here, I can click onto this one and say, okay, why is there a problem? It needs to be in public. And there I have 5 posts that can be set out. Now the SocialBee is about $25 a month, right? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the Opus Pro pricing is right now. It's not massive. I paid a chunk of money at the beginning and I'm still using the credits. Yeah, so what I can do literally is, with my Opus Pro and with my SocialBee, I can go through in one day and do 2 months worth of posting, right? Literally go through and post and do. Do any of you do any of that type of body type of posting, where you share posting, putting them online? Yes, no, maybe. Oops, Leon's coming back in. Daz, I want to just have a quick chat with you. Can you come on and unmute yourself? Because we've been working together a bit, and great to hear from you. Have you managed to start using any of this new social stuff, Daz?
Yeah, see, I was playing about with it, just how it can create images. Now, just a simple talking to your phone again, it make things. For me, it was obviously a bit strange talking to your phone and talk to the AI. You do feel a bit of a plugger when you first start doing it. 'Cause and again, it's these prompts that you have to get right. And I just started asking it questions and to come up with images related to the method, and give you an image that you'd asked it to change it. So obviously, again, changing the prompts to it, and that's as far as I've got with it. I've not even used it in a post or anything like that yet. And so that's why the conversations we have had previously, where you showed me with it, and that's what really intrigued me, and how much time and effort it's got to save us. And it's even doing like the reel I posted yesterday, it took 15 minutes. And just a simple, just mucking about, it took 15-20 minutes. And it's like, then I have to do it again on another 15-20 minutes on another platform. So again, if you've got just like SocialBee, I mean, it's speeding the process up so quickly.
Yeah. And it's also understanding, how all of this, just to your point, what should you be doing, right? So you ask AI, you ask ChatGPT, right? Yeah, I want you to help me be a social media expert, but this is my ideal customer profile. And I want you to tell me how many times a day I should post. What should the tone be? How should I be posting? What platform should I be posting? And then if it says be an expert in this platform, go back and say, right, I want you, it says post in this platform. I want you to be an expert in Facebook. You've got 5 years of experience in Facebook and you understand exactly how to reach people. Yeah, and it just gives you, as I said, it gives you the ability to have a whole social media department at your fingertips, right? And you can literally go through, and if I had this through the years in building my businesses, and I've built many of them, it just made all the difference in the world. And the other thing for you guys to realize is that nobody's doing this yet, right? You're at the beginning of the revolution. You're at the beginning of this. I think there's something like 2% or 3% of people now in the world that are using ChatGPT once a week, right? You get in front of this now, guys. Yeah, you can make a real difference in your day to day. So what's happening at the moment? Why are people not using AI? What's going on here? And I think it's because of a couple of things. Specific training. There's so many. How many of you have seen adverts for specific training? Oh, yeah. Come and do, learn about this, learn about AI for crypto, AI for various elements. But there's nothing really general for business owners. There's nothing that ties into all the different business owner sections. Yeah, I've seen a couple of courses. I've done one, there's MIT, and it was a strategy course for business. And it really, it didn't tell me anything. Maybe that's 5% of useful stuff. And then when I've looked into the community side of it, there's just niche communities about a specific problem. And those niches, I think small business owners, have a specific problem of their own. So there aren't any niche communities that I found that are useful. So over as I said, over the last 2 years, probably, I've used anything, probably over 1,500 hours of training that I've done in every different element. And because I'm in the IT world, I've had to do that. But I could see that if you're not in the IT world and you don't understand that, then really you've got no chance. You've got very little chance of actually getting the knowledge you need. Yeah. There's also, within the program, we focus on practical solutions, and I carry on learning. Every week I'm learning. Every week I'm digging into new things. And as I say, if there's something I can't work out, I've got a bunch of engineers sitting in my back pocket that I can go and dig into. I've probably tested 250 different tools in this time, and I have a set of maybe 40 that I use now for various things. And yes, a lot of them have got free initial kind of sections so you can see if it works for you. And so many of them are actually still in a free module of ChatGPT. You can have that for free. It doesn't have the same functions exactly, but it certainly is good enough to start on. What's holding you back, right? You can carry on doing the business as you are. You can carry on trying to grow it, or you can get on the road with AI, and you can literally start digging into it. And you need to use it every day. This is one of the things that I found. You need to use ChatGPT every single day, and you need to use it for random things. And when you were last on holiday, who's been on holiday recently? Who's been on holiday recently? Come here. I'm going to pick on one of you. Come on. Anyone been on holiday? Yeah, come on, David. Come on, David. Let's go. Okay, how much did you use your ChatGPT on your holiday?
Not as much as I do back here. I was in Australia for my niece's wedding.
Okay, and whereabouts were you in Australia?
It was just Brisbane, went up to the Great Barrier Reef as well, and just played the piano at her wedding. Oh, that's
Cool. Awesome. Now, let me just show you what you could have done.
oh, I did use it actually. I got bitten by a venomous spider.
Of course you did.
My hand swelled up for 3 days. At the point I asked it what I should do, and it said
Yeah.
because it had gone past my hand, it's probably okay. But I phoned the doctor just in case. But yeah, ChatGPT was right. I was fine.
Yeah, and if you have the spider, you can take a picture of the spider and say, ChatGPT, look at this picture. Should I be worried? Yeah, you can take a picture of your hand and you can say, oh, yeah, does this look bad? Yeah, and yeah, but when you're doing that, when you're setting that up, you really need to say, I want you to act to the doctor that specializes in venomous spiders in Australia. Yeah, and you just get so much more clarity, right? You get so much more clarity.
That's right.
But yeah, yeah. So what I'm going to do now, very quickly, is I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I'm in Brisbane, yeah, and I'm on holiday there, yeah, and get it to help me with my itinerary. Okay, so I want you to just help me quickly. I am in Brisbane, Australia, and I'm trying to set up some ideas for my holiday. I love doing the active things, yeah, and I love seeing things of history. And I'm here for a week, so I want you to give me just a couple of different things that I can do in Brisbane to really make my holiday a fun one for me and my family. I'm 50 years old, and my kids are, I don't know, 10 and 18. Give me some ideas of what I can do. Now, I could have reset it up. I could have started that and said, listen, I want you to act as a travel agent in Brisbane, and I could have really gone deeply into that, and that's important. But just to give you an idea, yeah, if you can start using ChatGPT every day for all sorts of things that you need, then yeah, you just get used to using it. If you use something, you get more proficient at it. So let's have a very quick look at that. I'm just waiting for this to finish. Obviously, there's a lot to do in Brisbane. And yeah, I've used this for finding meals. I've used this for a lot. I was in Morphel recently. I was like, okay, I've got another 5 hours here. I want to have a meal. I like this type of food. I want something Michelin-starred. And I asked it to make me a route from A to B to C to D, find me the parking, literally everything. And it's just insane. What it can do is just so powerful. Okay, so now I've got Brisbane holiday ideas, and here we go. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of things to do there. Climb the Story Bridge. Did you do any of these, David? Mount Coot-tha Reserve, Lone Pines,
If only I'd known.
And there you go. Yeah, all these things, and yeah, it's just having the access to every expert in every place.
We did that one. We did number 9. We did number 9.
Yeah.
That's where I got by the spider.
It doesn't say warning, watch the spiders, right? And then it says, okay, so you've got food markets, yeah, you've got a range of other things in here. So yeah, use this for all sorts of things. Go to your fridge, take a picture of the food in your fridge, and say, can you tell me what a Michelin-starred meal would be that I could make with this? Give me the recipe and tell me how to do it step by step. And your meals will suddenly become better, right? You can even say to it, I'm a vegan or I'm a vegetarian, and just allow for that, right? So much you can do, but just get used to using it every single day. And one of the things that we will be giving out to all of the people that join the community is a 30-day ChatGPT plan, which will allow you to go in and practically test all this stuff, right? Where am I? Get myself back. So what I hear so often from people is, I'm not tech savvy. I don't have the time, and that my favorite is AI will make me lazy. Right. The truth about AI is that you don't need to be an expert. It's specifically written in almost every case to enable you to not be an expert. However, one of the things I've done is, how many of you have a lot of emails coming in, work emails, and if anybody got over 100 emails a day? Just put that number of emails you have a day on your chat. I was checking it out the other day. I was looking at a bunch of videos, as I do probably 6 months ago, and I found a video where someone said I could use AI to read my emails and to answer them. And I was like, that sounds a bit scary. I didn't really know about it. Yeah. So I thought, okay, let me try this. Let me try that. Yeah. So I went in, And there's something called make.com that you can use. And make.com can connect to a whole bunch of different things, but you can also connect it to ChatGPT. So I thought, okay, and this lovely chap had created a video, and he was pretty awesome. The video, the step-by-step instructions didn't work, right? So I thought, okay, what's going on here? And I'll walk you through how that works. But yeah, basically what happened was that I went through the video, went through the step-by-steps. Let me just show you the tool. So this is make.com. And make.com, yeah, each of these little modules, yeah, is an endpoint. I had Gmail, which is my Gmail account, my paid Gmail account. You can't do this very easily on non-paid. I had ChatGPT, which I set up to read my emails. I had a router, which then put the emails into the specific folders that they required. And then I had ChatGPT that looked at anything that was specifically requiring a response from me. And that response was then put into my draft folder. So when I have 300 to 500 emails a day across multiple companies and multiple interests. And literally I get back at the end of the day and I've got 15 minutes worth of drafts to change and send. I'm saving 2-3 hours a day just in this one tool. But does AI complicate it? I couldn't get this working. I'm an IT guy and I couldn't get it working. So I did this. The other thing you can do with ChatGPT is you can have it to talk to you. If you click the little wavy button. So I'm going to try, just let me know if you guys can hear this. Hey there, Chad, I just want you to help me, please. I'm going to be setting up make.com, and I want you literally to take me step by step through this. I want you to be an expert in make.com. I want you to be an expert in how to actually read emails and how to actually get my ChatGPT to read the emails, and then to help me create drafts. But I want you to do this. I'm not tech expert at all. I want you to do this step by step. Can you help me with this?
Is ChatGPT to respond. Let's see this.
So literally I started from a point of using a video, using my old style kind of tech skills and trying to get it working. And I spent 3 to 4 days trying to get it working. I couldn't get it working. Then I was like, if I'm working harder than my AI, I'm not doing it right. And I just popped my ChatGPT on the thing next to me and I spent 2 hours talking to it and it was working. So any single technical skill that you don't have, you can go through and you can ask it to help you. And from there, you'll get to the end point of it working. Obviously, with this, you really need to be quite familiar with it, first of all, but it really does work. It really does work. You don't need to be a tech expert in any way, shape, or form. All right, so let's move swiftly on. I'm conscious of time and I tend to ramble a bit. This is what I was talking about. Can it save you time? Emails, it saves me 10 hours a week. Creating, we just spoke about beforehand, the Opus Pro type of thing, creating social media. Saved me a huge amount of time. The other thing that I really like to do with it is brainstorming. You get up in the morning, as business owners, I'll come back to the point that we're lonely. We don't have people to brainstorm with. But I get up in the morning, I say, hey, Chad, I want you to really help me with this. I want you to help me a little bit understand, what I need to do next. And I'm going to bring Laura on at the moment because Laura's got a really awesome way of actually using ChatGPT to be a personal assistant. So, Laura, if you want to join us for a sec, I'll be really
Hi.
appreciative.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to ask me about that. I was thinking about it as you were talking. No. Yeah. One of the things that I have so appreciated, it really has changed my life, is I'm one of those people, maybe you all will relate as entrepreneurs. We have busy minds. Some people might call us a little ADD and some people might describe us in other ways, but My mind is always going. I run a business with a team of 9 people, and I'm starting a new venture. And then, of course, I have my personal life and a family, and I travel a lot. And there's just a lot going on, like for most of us. And I'm one of those people that I used to have a million sticky notes all over my computer. I have my list on my phone. I can't keep my to-do list straight, right? And sometimes that would keep me up at night, and I would just be completely overwhelmed. And then I can't move. I can't move in any direction. I'd have an hour to get some work done, and I didn't even know where to start. So what I did is I went on a chat GPT, excuse me, and I just shared my frustrations and I just shared with chat. I just said, look, this is who I am. This is what's going on. I feel like I'm scattered and all over the place. I have so many to-do lists. I have a whiteboard. I have sticky notes. I have lists on my computer, in my calendar. I can't keep it straight. I'm getting ready for this trip. I have to prioritize the most important things that I need to get done. Help me. What do you need to know about me to help me organize my thoughts and take back control of my time? And so I let ChatGPT guide me on how it could help me. And basically we walked through back and forth, probably, I don't know, maybe 8 times of, okay, basically chat was saying, I could be your personal assistant and help you prioritize these things and encourage you and break things down into manageable steps for you. And so in our conversation, we agreed the first step was for me to just brain dump everything I could think of, from work to-do lists to personal to-do lists to planning to all the stuff that was stressing me out. I just talked it all in, stream of consciousness. And then chat came back with a high, medium, low priority list of things. And I went through that and we talked through each one. It did a fantastic job, really, the first round. But I could tweak it a little and be like, actually, this is a low priority. That's a high priority. Oh, by the way, I thought of 5 more things. Let's throw that in as well. And I've had this thread with chat going on for, oh my gosh, since last summer, since last May or June. And it's just been a continuous thread that I go in and I'm like, hey, real quick, tell me my list for the day. And it'll pop it out in bullet point form. And then I'll look at it and I'll say, actually, I already did X, Y, and Z. I also told Chat GPT to be an over-the-top cheerleader for me so that I feel extra good about my accomplishments. So I've got this amazing cheerleader that's, you're awesome. You're doing so good. Just keep going. And anyway, that's like the quick down and dirty of my thread. But I can literally go in and be like, hey, tell me, what are the personal things I have to do? What are the bills I have to pay? What are the appointments that I need to get done? So I can separate from work and personal. I can bring it all together. Like when I was traveling, there were like 3 important work things I had to do. And then I had to go buy some things and make sure I had packing stuff. And it can hold all of that where my brain just gets overwhelmed and help guide me through it. That's my personal assistant I created.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and the sky's the limit, right? The sky is really the limit. There are so many things that we can do with this, and we just need to think them through. As I said, just recently, this way of sorting out my emails, really good, really useful to enable you to save time and save effort. And the other great one I've got is, will AI make you lazy? And I thought this initially, I thought, I'm not going to be wanting to do anything. And you know what I found out? Yeah, I found out it was a totally different thing entirely. Yeah, and it was totally different because what happens in my mind, and I don't know how many of you are the same, is my mind gets so full of so many different things. Yeah, and then I unload those things into ChatGPT, and I don't have to think about them anymore. It's out of my mouth onto a thread, and I've got it written down somewhere. But what I didn't realize would happen, apart from that, is that I then have access to every single thing that I know is something about. So I might know Ogilvy was a really good marketing person, but I don't know the detail of Ogilvy, right? I really don't know the detail of it. I've read the book, The Marketing Man, and I've dived into it a bit. But now I can have Ogilvy sitting next to me. It just means I don't need to know every single thing about every subject. As long as I know something about each of them, I can draw those things in. And really strange thing happened is my brain started going on fire. David, you know me, and you've seen over the last couple of years how much more I'm doing them. It just really put my brain on steroids. The brainstorming, the understanding the trends that are out there in the world, understanding how to get to the information that I know I need. It means I don't have to stop, go onto Google, search for it, find out all the information about it, translate it into my own kind of thoughts, and then put it in. I can just go in and straight away I can do that. So does the exact opposite from making you lazy. It takes away the repetitive tasks and allows you to focus on the stuff that you're really good at, which is so powerful. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, so I think AI could work for me. But there's too many barriers out there. There's too many things that the cost. I want you to think about cost in a certain way. I want you to think about cost in the way of, how much does it cost you to run your business? I think in today's world, you can't afford not to have AI, right? You really can't. Unless you have a massively streamlined business already, the AI will literally save you time in every single module of your business, right? You have to use it for sure. You have to invest a little bit of time in it to make sure you actually understand how to work with it. But ChatGPT is free. There's a free version. Just getting into that and understanding it. And then you go to the paid version, and the paid version is like $20 a month or something, £20 a month. I'm not quite sure those dollars or pounds. And then you have the team version, which is a little bit more. For the amount of work, if you have 1,000 people working for you, that you can ask a query, 1,000, how much does your lawyer cost to have a conversation with him? It's a lot more than $20. And you can literally say, ChatGPT, I want you to be a lawyer in HR law in the UK. I want you to specialize in people with disabilities, and I want you to create me a contract. Now, I'm not saying go out and do that and don't speak to a lawyer, because that would be silly, but you can definitely get most of the work done, before you go to your lawyer with this completed document. Say, can you just check this for me and make sure it's okay? Which I've done in business, and it's very effective. So you've got tools like Canva, you've got tools like, all of these other tools. They're all starting to integrate AI into them. And it's super important to know that you never take the first answer with AI. You can always get it to do things again. And you need to add the human touch. But what I really encourage you to do is use the AI for the stuff you don't need the human touch for. Bring the human touch into the end product. And that's going to help you really stand out above everybody else. So often I'm like, is AI relevant? I've not yet found a business where AI can't help. From Wim Hof instructors to people running gliding clubs, to people running a float tank company in France, to a dentist. I'm working with a dentist as well. In social care and in all sorts of areas. AI can help every single one of the businesses that I've worked with. Massage people and others. We all need to interact with the real world. But it can also handle every single element in your business, right? As business people, we have this ability. We come in, we start, we are it, right? We wear every single hat in the company. And then as we start making money, as we start filling, selling things in, we need to get people to start filling in the other roles. So every single role you fill in, if you fill that role in with a future view of using AI in it, it costs you a huge amount less to get that done. I'm busy looking at social media marketers now, and I'm looking at getting people to help in various areas. And I'm literally saying to them, listen, you need to be using AI, because I'm not going to be paying for you to go and write content and to do things. And I want you to use AI and then add your human touch into it. I literally had a meeting with guys yesterday. I think with our mastermind community, as I say, Laura was on that, David was on that. We've really dug into this ability of AI to put in the empty boxes, because while we wear all those hats as business owners, we don't necessarily want to do all those jobs. quite literally, there's a whole bunch of them we don't like doing. So we end up spending the time on the ones we like, and we don't do anything on the ones we don't. Let me now talk a little bit about the community. I want to go, is everybody okay for me to have a chat about the community and see if it's something that you're interested in? Cool. As I said, this community is designed to help use AI as much as possible. Yeah, we're going out, we're testing it, we're running through things, we're making sure it works, then we're bringing it to the community. Yeah, I'm a business coach as well, and this is part of my business coaching platform. Yeah, I actually use Wim Hof to help and breathwork to help business owners get their stress levels right. So a lot of you will gel with that. I use AI to give people time back and to actually clear up the space if they need to get their health right. And then I use a business operating system called Mindty, which is what I use in all of my business and have for the last 7 years, to make sense out of everything, to really get everything to fit into a box. And the business operating system is really the same as your computer operating system. Everything has a slot. So I bring some of that into the AI community, Smart Business Edge. We start doing that with real practical ways of how you can put business into marketing, sales, operations, finance, and all the other areas. And then more importantly, we have a community of great business owners, right? We really have a community of people that, this is what I'm super excited about, because every time somebody brings me a new challenge, a new problem, I can go and find a way to fix it. And I love learning. I love the way that 2025 is going to pan out for all of us. We have no idea how much it's going to affect the entire world we live in. We get onto this now. We stay on this. We work together as a community, and we'll stand up. AI is not going to take your jobs, but somebody who's using AI is going to take your job. And I love with so many in this on this call. We're doing something that's so awesome because it's something that can't be taken away. We have to be interacting with people. We have to be sharing. We have to be humans in order for us to get our messages across. When you join up to this community, I'll send you. It's a community for growth. It's for all of your areas. We're going to start out with how is it going to work for you? I have a tool that we work out all the elements of your business that you might want to use AI for and how to do that. We meet once a week and we go through the tool of the day, as it were. There will be continual going back into ChatGPT and learning how to use ChatGPT more effectively and different things we can use it for. But then there might be something like Opus Pro, or I've got another professional AI called Motion, which is awesome because it actually is my PA, and it just tells me when to do things and how to do things. And as I said, I've got about 40 tools at the moment that I've either working with or testing. And every day they change. Every day they add more things and add more usefulness. So that'll go through, it'll change, it'll adapt. But the idea here is that we end up bringing all of those, all the cream of the crop up to the top. And everybody can benefit from mine and some of my team's learnings. We record all these sessions, so you can go back and you can look at them. And at a starting point, we're going to give you a 30-day ChatGPT guide, and that will be giving you exercises every single day to go out and test ChatGPT for day-to-day stuff, making meals, setting your gym schedule up, setting your diet up, doing all those things that we do in January. And then after each session, we walk away with an exercise to do. So, whatever that business focus is, this is coming back down to business, right? So important that business is done correctly, and this is coming back down to business. So, again, just, this is practical business stuff. Clear steps, actionable steps. It's not just marketing, it's marketing and all the other elements. And it will adjust. If a bunch of questions are coming into the community, we'll focus on those questions and get those questions up there and done. So, and you'll notice all my pictures are with AI. This presentation might have taken me 3, 4, 5 weeks to get together in the olden days, and I was up 5 o'clock this morning just finishing it off. So it's all good. It's early here at the moment. It's just about 10 o'clock. So what you get when you sign up, a 30-day challenge for ChatGPT, exercises to help you implement, your beginner's guide, and set out a beginner's guide and a marketing blueprint. And I think that's important for this community because we think of marketing, we think we know what we need to do in marketing, and then we do that and it's not working. And there's so many different ways that we can do this. David, you've had a massive success in your marketing now, and the way that you've been doing things. And it's just keep going in, testing, trying different things, and having different ideas. So let's get that up and running so that you have a way to test and get yourself to fill those workshops. Both David and Sarah, we had, I think, probably 500 or 600 people in 10 people slots doing workshops at Sarah's house over the last year. This is all stuff that we know works. And David, how's your stuff going? Your calendar's full, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but I could certainly do a lot more with AI. Business is still relatively small to other businesses, but we're doing quite well for a small business. Though really now I'm thinking about how we're going to scale, and that's when I think these tools are really going to be useful. I'm on the cusp at the moment of still doing things on social media with personal touch, which is taking a bit longer than we needed to take. So that's my challenge for the year, is segueing across to getting AI to generate like that for us so we can move more quickly.